Okay, welcome to our end of week technical analysis video. Going to jump straight into things here. So as you know, our blue vertical line represents the last point in which we left off in the market. And by the looks of things, we actually have a decent amount of information to mark up. So we're going to go ahead and go to our minute 15. We're going to go ahead and zoom in one more time there. We're going to go ahead and grab our path and just sort of talk over what's happened. So where we last left off, price was consolidating around this area, finding a range between the levels of 2903 as a resistance and then a median support at around 2897. As you can see, price continued to consolidate around this area for quite some time before the volume dropped after the end of New York session, and then we had a liquidity grab down here at the start of the Asian session. And then price sort of became bullish after that. Since then, price just sort of started creeping up slowly but surely. We started consolidating again here between these areas, and then price done the same thing, continued on bullish. So as you can see, we are just creating higher highs and higher lows. We have had a few retracements. But other than that, there's not much to worry about in terms of the price for gold. Just going to mark up roughly what's happened here. And as you can see, price has ended up finding another new all-time high that I am just getting to now, which was a 2,954 touch. Price then sort of consolidated on this level at the lower time frames, and then price had a major retracement back down to 2924, a point of interest that we have marked in, and price then done the same thing. We saw bullish momentum after this big retracement, with price then finding a resistance testing at this level of around 2945 multiple times. Price then we saw an increase in volume throughout the Asian session this morning. And then price since then has just sort of consolidated around this area. We had another liquidity grab all the way down to our level here at around 2917, and then price has now recently come back up to test this level as a what looks to be resistance. So as you can see for gold, if I go ahead and just move this and just hide this for you real quick, as you can see, this is what has happened for gold recently. So we've had some slight retracements, some consolidation, and overall new all-time highs created, with the new all-time high for gold being around 2954. So with that all being said, what can we expect to see for the rest of today and for the start of the week commencing on Monday? So if we go ahead and delete this path and just sort of zoom into where we currently are now. So as you can see, we are definitely testing at this level again as a resistance. If we go ahead and go to our minute 5, we're going to go even deeper into here. So as you can see, we are testing this level as a resistance. If I go ahead and grab a horizontal line for you real quick, and grab as many wicks as we can. So there, as you can see, we are seeing price form a resistance on this previous support. If I was to go ahead and drag this into previous times, as you can see, we have tested this level multiple times in the past. If I go ahead and solidify this for you real quick, give me 1 second, bang, there you go. As you can see, so price is forming a resistance on this level of previous support. The reason for that being is the price has just tested around this area multiple times. If I was to drag this horizontal line even further back into the past, we would see that this level, if I just sort of drag my cursor here, as you can see, way beyond the chart, we have tested this area multiple times as a support and resistance, which is a key indication that price will react at this level. So potential scenarios that we could see. So for example, right here, we have liquidity. If I go ahead and mark that in for you real quick, just put in, what I'll do is I will put in some text, and I'll just put liquidity. So we have some liquidity here, which we'd expect if price does continue on this bearish momentum that is being created at this all-time high. So if I go ahead and just click escape real quick, go ahead and grab an eclipse, as you can see, we are testing this level as a resistance, and what we could expect to see is price continue on bearish, eventually sweeping through this liquidity before price then continues on bullish for the rest of the day. So that's our overall bias as of right now. However, as you know, gold is very unpredictable. You can expect to see a lot of a lot of different things happen. For example, as you can see, if I'm now on my minute 5, we have some minor levels that we can have a look into. So as you can see, a point in which the market has tested multiple times as a support and a resistance, we could see price just come down to this level, reject off of this area, and then continue on bullish. The likelihood of it doing that is a lot less in comparison to a liquidity sweep. A liquidity sweep being we see price sweep this last liquidity, sweep meaning go past this last liquidity area and then continue on, just taking out all those long positions. So that's a possible scenario for gold as of right now. If I go to our minute 15, however, as you can see, the confluence in between timeframes isn't great for that bearish move that we just spoke about. The likelihood of it continuing on bearish from this area and this level not holding up as a resistance is unlikely. For example, we could see price continue bullish from this area here, carrying price all the way down, all the way up to 2950. If we go ahead and go to our hour 1 and just sort of see what the confluence looks like there, as you can see, we have had a completely bearish candlestick wiping out previous liquidity. If I go ahead and mark this in here for you real quick, bang, as you can see, we have had another liquidity level sweeps already with this bearish retracement here, which in turn means that bearish move that we are we were just expecting could be out of the picture. Indicating to us that we have had our successful liquidity sweep, liquidity here as well, and liquidity here. We have had that liquidity sweep, indicating to us that we could potentially see price continue on. If I go ahead and mark this level in here, as you can see, price has tested it as a resistance multiple times. We could see price come to around this price here, at around 2945, and then continue on. So as of right now for gold, the bullish scenario is definitely going to be more probable for the rest of the day. If we go to our weekly, if I go ahead and remove this blue vertical line for you real quick, as you can see, this week has been considerably bullish again, with price continuing on bullish and creating new all-time highs as it has been doing for the last few weeks now. We haven't had a bearish week for gold in a little while. So as you can see there, that bearish move that we spoke about is completely out of the picture now. The reason for that being is obviously we've had our liquidity sweep. We've seen that price has continued on bullish. If we go to our minute 1 real quick, like for example, if you was like entering a signal here, as you can see, we now have price testing at this level here. So if we could see a resistance, if we see price find resistance, you could potentially enter a trade here, but we wouldn't advise you to trade off of this analysis. But yeah, with all that being said, it looks to me that price is actually going to continue on bullish from this level. As you can see, we have had the market sweep this resistance that we just recently marked in. For go to our minute 5, for example, you see these black horizontal lines that we just marked in. Price is now sweeping that level. The next level that we would expect gold to sort of test that would maybe be around the 2935 level, only 30 pips away. So definitely potential for gold here to continue on. The most likely price that we could see gold, if we go to our 4 hour real quick, and if you have a look, we have a shooting star candlestick and a mediocre 4 hour 4 candlestick. But as you can see, price is now pushing up. We're only 10 minutes into this hour 4 candlestick, so we could end up seeing a candlestick, for example, with a volume like this. We could see let's have a look. So 2911 to 2927, so around 160 pips. We could see that happen here. If I go ahead and measure that for you, we could expect something around, so around our 2945 level. So if we see this bullish continuation take place, we could definitely see that 2945 level touched, which is a little while away. However, it is definitely possible if this bullish momentum continues. Will we see an all-time high hit for the rest of this week? Let's just have a little look at the possibility. So with this steep liquidity grab, we could definitely see price surpass these levels. The main level that we're going to be looking into, if I go ahead and mark this in with a red color, the main level that we're going to be looking into to see if price can pass is that 2935 level, which is only 30 pips away roughly, and if price does continue put on past that, we could definitely see price continue on to our next level of around 2945. The likelihood of it hitting a new all-time high today is unlikely. We don't have any help of any economic news taking place other than this at 3 o'clock, which is high impacting, but it won't really affect the gold market too much. The only thing that could affect the gold market in an economic factor would definitely be just any random sort of news event that takes place today. But yeah, as of that, that's pretty much it for our end of week technical analysis. It's been a decent week. I haven't really tapped in too much to the VIP channel this week, but I'm sure our traders are sending in some good trades. Also, if there are stop losses, I see a few messages in the customer service side of things. If there are stop losses, that is what trading is all about. Trading is a marathon and not a sprint. We're always going to be trying. It's all about consistency in the long run. Just make sure that you are sticking to the same risk management and the same strategy. And if you don't change that and you follow our signals with a strict trading plan, you can expect to be profitable in the long run. But yeah, with that being said, that is going to be our end of week technical analysis. I hope you have all enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We really appreciate the engagement. We just surpassed 250 subscribers. If we can hit 300 subscribers by the end of the month, that would be amazing. I know we only have a few days left of this month, about a week roughly, but if we can hit it before the end of there, that would be amazing. Really appreciate the support and engagement from all of you so far. But yeah, that's going to be our end of week technical analysis. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.